at the technical aspect of digital asset, it is showing the ongoing carnage, and the possibility of further downside cannot be neglected. But it's not only hopeless, it is also showing signs of strength. In 3-day chart, you can look at the RSI and it shows you the divergence and the underlying strength. At the same times, it's not only the technicals showing like this, but if you look at the fundamentals coming in the form of regulators and central bank actors, that is promising, because it is adding on to my positivity and motivation level to dollar cost average my portfolio. Because it's not only in crypto the carnage is going on. If you look at this is a traditional asset traded across globe, right? It is silver. Now it is 76%. Now looking at the wick, the bottom of the wick, it was 76% down from the all-time highs. It is volatile, guys. So it's not only those pointing fingers towards crypto being volatile. They have to focus on this too. There are assets across the world which actually went skyrocketed from, say, for example, last time it went from around $12 to $50. So it's not only crypto, right? The expected return on investment are there if you find appropriate assets. Now all the news articles which we have today is kind of like correlated, and the information flow here is kind of looking so promising that it helps to leap forward or lean forward on getting an easy conclusion. Now just we have to actually focus and read through that to understand how and where it is actually taking us towards. Now this is the first one from Ian Northing, and he's showing you that an article pointing towards the progressive approach of US towards the digital dollar. Now why are they actually doing that? Now this is that article itself, and if you go through that, the statement here actually suggests you this one: the time has come for a tokenized version of dollar, and we know why it is necessary, right? They're actually pointing towards a cross-border payments and looking at an infrastructure challenge. They want to address the infrastructure challenge and inefficiencies. Now when they are actually looking at cross-border payment, it's not only about US, right? They need other central banks. If they are sending money from US to another country, they also need to be on the same infrastructure, and that's where this comes in. This is from XRP Crypto Wolf, and he's actually showing you that when you're sending money from one area to another, it's not only US. You can see that Canada, England, Japan, Switzerland, and Europe are actually working to enhance the provisions of liquidity via standing US dollar liquidity swap lines. So, when central bankers are acting coordinately, they are pointing finger towards the upcoming liquidity issue, because they already knew this, right? So it's not only the Fed trying to improve their infrastructure, but also this one. If you see value in the video, please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon to get notified about the future videos. This one is from XRP Joker, and is showing you that new approach from Swift. So that is actually showing the standard ISO 20022 adoption, and they're actually talking about frictionless transfer. How can that be, right? When you think about the traditional, the ancient system of Swift, and they are talking about transaction happening instantly and in a frictionless manner. So that looks like, creepy, and you really have to focus what they are working on. Is it Ripple? Is it XRP Ledger? Is there anyone else where they can actually jump in to provide this? And at the same time, yeah, I agree that Swift has a lot of members from the financial institutions all across the world. But if they have to actually do this towards bank, and not only the payment messaging, but also the settlement, they need help from banks or central banks across the world to do that. Because it won't be, say, for example, just one organization to another organization. The regulators will point towards central banks. They should have the transparency while doing this. So I believe, with all those 40 to 50 central bankers who are already in discussion with Ripple, the liquidity issue they are pointing towards and the payment and settlement issue is like crossing your finger and showing it, no, point, take your point here and look at this. So if you are not looking at that, then it is an issue there. Because if you look at the entire market now, just, I'm focusing on a US market because it is the giant market, right? So here what you can see is the Fed also cut reserve requirement for thousands of banks to zero. Oh, previously it was fractional reserve banking. Before that we had the gold standard, right? Currently it was fractional reserve banking, and now it's no reserve banking. Why is that? It doesn't make any sense, right? They don't need any reserves there. So at present, if they are having a reserve there, they can actually use it for other purposes as well. But at the same time, what you have to understand is we actually pointed our fingers towards a McKinsey report previously, right? Showing $27 trillion is dormant or trapped, however you want to name it, is vacant. It's not being used. $27 trillion in nostro accounts. So if you consider that, they can actually support the new digitalized token from each central banks using their nostro accounts. Now the next one article, now that one is from Crypto Zero or Omar, and this one is directly from the New York Stock Exchange, and it is actually showing you it just went down to kind of 12%, 13%. Now that is kind of a drop, largest drop which you can see there. And this one is showing that as the crypto carnage is happening, the stock market carnage is together, right? It's happening together, and they're actually pointing fingers towards, okay, what do you think about just stopping the trading? But that won't be a positive thing. Say the price is actually going down and your exchange is coming out and stating that no, you are not going to trade this. What will you think? It won't be a good thing, right? Carnage like this, you have to actually think about the opportunities ahead. So if we are getting a retest or even a new low here, similar to that of the previous one here in this aspect, you should actually expect that, because the head and shoulder pattern, if you take out the target, it's way low. So that's near 0.1, and yes, I love that. If that happens, that's going to be cool. I don't know, most of the guys may disagree with me, but I think if you are looking to dollar cost average your positions, bring back it somewhere around 0.15. If you haven't already done that, then at least for me, that's a good opportunity. Now that's not a financial advice, because I'm stating this because I'm seeing strength being built up in the 3-day chart. As we just showed you previously, the price is going down, the RSI is showing you the strength towards the upside. But at the same time, what you have to notice, when we previously had this, we only got a bounce of 138%. Now why I'm stating only, because already we went this much down, thus the 138% gain is not going to make anything different, because from the current area it will only take us to 0.3 level, which is not that significant considering where we came from, right? But the area of caution is here in the monthly chart. Now the monthly chart of XRP and Ether is looking entirely different, because for that of Ether, there is kind of a bullish sense which I'm getting. Because if you look at this is a monthly chart of Ether, and you can see that in the monthly chart, the RSI is getting supported at previous lows. Whereas for XRP, it's not the case. You can see that we broke below, we retested that area, and now we are going down. Now, I don't know whether the indicator is misleading or it is true, but I believe that the technicals are not that wrong, and it is showing you area of caution. And if the price drops, then that's, I'll just consider that as a buying opportunity, which I didn't previously get, because when I was in the market, it was during this time, it was around say 0.15, 0.18, and I thought I missed that price level. Now if I'm getting area back here, say 0.03 to 0.06, I'm happy to buy more. Now as we just talked about Ether, the chart of Ether just looks so similar to that of the altcoin market cap. Now when we look about the altcoin market cap, it is showing you that it is at the bottom resistance line and it may go upside. Now it is similar to that of Ether, and yes, Ether is a significant part of the altcoin along with the XRP. So you should consider both the Ether and XRP when you're buying, because Ether is currently showing it has a bit more downside to go. Say it may come near $60. If you guys recognize value from this video, please do like, subscribe, and press the bell notification icon.